Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and I'm flying my DJI Mini 2, and I'm using a Mavic Mini battery to fly it. And what I'm doing is I'm testing that battery because my brother, I sent him my Mavic Mini, and then he was and he had to pay for it, of course. He wouldn't let me just give it to him. So then he was kind enough to send me some extra batteries that I have two black batteries that from the Mavic Mini 1 that work on the Mini 2, and that's all I've been using because they're so nice. But the other day I was testing high temperatures and flying in a high temperature. It was 97 degrees, I think. And I wanted to make sure that the battery was cool that was going into the drone. And so this is the battery that I used. And the only thing is I put it in the freezer, and I intended to get it out, within 10 or 15 minutes. But the only problem was I forgot. So then it got frozen. So I don't know. I tried to fly with it right after that, but it wouldn't work. So now I'm testing it out. I got it all charged up. And we're just going to fly around close to home because I'm not sure whether or not it's reliable. So this is an actual test. I didn't test before this. And you can see that we're down to, up above there, we're down to 91%. And it seems to be flying fine. It says we got 29 minutes left to fly. I don't think that's going to be right by the time we're finished, but we'll keep track of the time, so we'll know how much the battery lasted. So there we are, and I'll break it down to every 10%. So when we get down to 80%, then we'll take a look at where the battery voltage is and where the time left and all that stuff. So in the meantime, we'll just look at things around my neighborhood here, and these are cows, just in case you were wondering. Now then, we're coming back, and I think this is where it's going to show 80%. And so we got 80%, and you can notice down on the right, we're 6 minutes into the flight, and it's 80%, and seems to be working just fine. So as we go along here, we'll keep track. So we're going to break away from the 80%, and we'll go to the 70%. That's the plan. So as we're going along here, now I'm just going up the road. Now we're at 74%, 73%, and all of a sudden, so I kind of panicked because it said there was only 20% left, and the screen says there's 70 some odd percent. So anyway, I didn't know what to think, so I turned around and I decided I'm not going any further up that road. I'm just going to just go back and forth on that road and see if it really does only have 20% left, because if it goes down somewhere along this road, I can easily get it. So we'll jump ahead to, I think this is 60%. And we've been flying for 11 minutes and 23 seconds, and it's still flying. So it's doing pretty good for having been frozen, but I don't know what to think about that that warning that we got of 20% battery left. So I know it's got some problems. It probably got a limitation in current flow since it wanted to go into low power mode, which draws less current. So now we're coming along, and we're going to see, I think it's going to say 60%. Nope, 50%. We're at 50%. And at 50%, it's been flying for 13 minutes, and looks like it's still good. And then I saw some construction there, and I wanted to stop and look at it, but I'm running a test, so I don't have time. So now we're going back the other way, and that's where I live, right down there below us. Now we're down to 40%, and we've been flying for 16 minutes, and everything's still working okay. And I've been pushing it full speed We got a little breeze out there, so sometime it'll show 20 miles an hour, sometimes less. Okay, now we're down to where it's showing 30%, 31%, and we've been flying for 19 minutes and 5 seconds. I had to stop the recording for just a second and then start it up again, so we lost track of the actual time. But in looking at the actual screen recording, I can tell you that's how long it was flying, was 19 minutes. So now we're coming back, and it's gonna now it's gonna get to 20%. I'm sorry, it's gonna get to 20%, and we're at
battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
21 minutes. So it's been flying for 21 minutes, and at 20%, it says we better return to home, because that's how it's set up. You can adjust that, I think, but I haven't messed with it. I just go back when it's 20%. So we're coming down, and that's the test was good. I just won't drive. I won't fly this thing very far when I fly it. I'll fly it for things going on in the yard or the neighborhood, things like that. So it's still a good battery. It's just not. It's got problems. Maybe kind of like the owner. Anyway, so I appreciate you watching these videos, and I hope this was helpful, because a frozen battery will still work. I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.